Good morning, traders. How are y'all doing this morning? Welcome back and happy Friday. It is March 11th, 2022, baby, and it is the end of the second week of March. And I tell you what, guys, it has been an amazing month so far. We absolutely come out of the gate strong last week for March, and this week has been an awesome week inside of chat, and we've been seeing some big time profits and profits chat. So again, guys, let's keep up the amazing work, and let's go ahead and end week number 2 on a strong and profitable note. The last thing we want to do is get back any profits that we've made this week. Our goal on Fridays, guys, is capital preservation. That really is our mindset, is preserving the capital, preserving those profits that we made the last 4 days. Fridays, it's really easy to give those profits back. Lack of news, lack of volume, lack of movement. We know how Fridays are, right? For the most part, Fridays are pretty dry, they're slow. We have that quick action, 30 minutes to an hour out of the gate, and then things typically fade and fall. But every now and then we get some consistent action through the entire day. But we know that Fridays are choppier days, they're lower volume days. Typically the moves die on off really, really quick. So we identify those opportunities. We lock in those profits quick on Fridays, add to those profits for the week. But our goal is capital preservation, not giving those profits back, not chasing stocks, not being greedy, doing what we've been doing consistently for the past week. And let's just end this week on a strong and profitable note. Even if that means not trading today, just to retain those profits, hey, take a step back, sit back, relax, enjoy your weekend, because guess what? The market's going to be here on Monday. The market's going to be here next week. So do not give those profits back, guys. All right? So good morning. As you guys can tell, I'm still not feeling the best, but I'm here ready to rock and roll. Nothing's going to hold me back. We're going to end this week strong. Steve, what's up? Good morning. Jay Das, Kids King, Addy, Barbie, Traded Girl, Beth, Crypto Cole, Mr. Chris, what's up, buddy? Josh, good morning. Steve, Wade, everybody inside of chat. Mr. Corey, how are y'all doing today? Happy Friday. Hope you guys are having an awesome morning. Hope you guys are ready to rock and roll. Make some profits, guys, like we've been doing all week. Go check out Profits Chat. If you guys are new to chat, if you haven't been in chat this week, just go check out Profits Chat. Look at those profits. Look at that consistency. And just use that as motivation and inspiration that if everybody else inside of chat can do it, so can you. And we will get you there inside of Profits Chat. So let's make it happen. Jared, yo, good morning, buddy. What's up? Tyrone, good morning as well. So we're going to dive right into it, guys. Again, bear with me. Still not feeling the best, a little under the weather, but like I said, nothing's gonna hold me back. So again, if you're new and you're like, why is this guy so dry? Normally I'm super duper energetic. Normally I'm screaming at you guys in the morning, but just know that I'm not feeling the best. But we're gonna dive into it like we did yesterday, be very thorough, identify the top stocks of the day, and we're gonna make some money, regardless of not feeling good, whatever the case is. We're gonna dive into it, we're gonna make it happen, we're gonna make some profits, guys, just like we did yesterday. So let's not waste any time. Let's dive into it. But before we do so, good morning, YouTubers. What's up, Mexoids? Thomas, Joey, Steve, Luxury Trims. What's up, Caesar? Mutaz. I love Mutaz in the stream because I can do that. In the left corner, 5'6", 180 pounds, Mutaz. What's up, buddy? Good morning, Mervat, John, Alex, Robert. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let's go ahead and dive into it and talk about the stocks that I want to definitely keep on watch today. All right, so we got a prior day mover. We got AGRI. This was our big winner yesterday, guys. This was the double bottom reversal for that big move on up. And I think we caught every single move, right? We absolutely destroyed AGRI yesterday. So this was a nice big winner. This stock yesterday from $2 to $5.14, well over 100%. We did give a lot back though. I mean, it did dump on off into the day, but it's not still dumping on off. We came back down into this 281 support. We're actually trying to bounce and hold above that 281 support level. So I do want to keep AGRI on watch because again, Fridays are known for prior day movers that run, especially stocks that ran big on Thursday. They're pulling back into pre-market. These stocks typically do rip and run again on Fridays. So that's why I do want to keep AGRI on watch. We had a nice big day yesterday. We're not continuing to dump on off. We're actually trying to consolidate, hold above a level of support, and I do think the stock could see some nice action to the upside. Breaking back above 320 here is where I expect to see a lot of volume really start to move on in to AGRI up to 375 and then $4. If we do crack below 281 support, we have room back down to 246 on AGRI. So right now, this is one of the top stocks I would like to keep on watch out of the gate, just to see if we do open on up, break above 3, get some initial volume for the 320 break. And if we can absolutely break that 320, we have about 50 cents to the upside and to that 375, possibly even $4 level of resistance. So I do want to watch AGRI today. It's a prior day mover. I definitely want to keep ASTS on watch as well. This was a big time mover there on Wednesday. The stock had pretty good news there on Wednesday. Again, we didn't really do a lot on Thursday, a little bit of a gap down, but we are right in the middle of Wednesday's big candle, right? So we had a nice big green day. I know we gave a lot back into the day. Pretty much consolidated and sit sideways yesterday, but we did just break back above that 980 resistance level. We see we had pretty good resistance right around 980. And then we know we have $10 psychological resistance. I mean, we just broke both of those levels, hit highs of like 1090 in pre-market. So I do want to definitely keep this prior day mover on high watch again right out of the gates. Above 980, right? 980, $10 support at this point in time. Pre-market resistance is 1090 to $11, and then we could potentially see this back up towards around Wednesday's spiking high of 1148. So right now we're not touching ASTS simply because this stock has already made a pretty decent move to the upside. This stock's already gone from 980 to about $11 in just, about 15 minutes of trading, right? So the last thing that I want to do is be chasing the stock at resistance. I would like to see it pull back into a level of support, hold that level of support, set up for us so we have a nice little entry for that rip, possibly back up to 980, 11, and then maybe even 1148. Sorry, guys, really like hiccupy. I don't know why. Up to that, Wednesday spiking high. And again, 980 support. So again, another prior day mover. Definitely want to keep the stock on watch, especially because we are back above $9.80, and that's right around the 200 SMA as well, guys. Okay, so we got AGRI on high watch. Prior day mover, ASTS on high watch, prior day mover. These are the top two that I want to be watching out of the gate. I do want to watch MGLD, simply because it's a new IPO stock. It IPO'd yesterday, got a big time rip in post-market. Oh, I'm sorry, this pre-market. Nice big rip. Again, we opened up at 250, down to 2. We opened up this morning at 330. We ripped to 889. Big time move here. There's no news. There's no reasoning for the stock to be moving. The only reason that the stock could move today is because traders love trading these newer IPO stocks. I mean, look at February. How many new IPO stocks did we have on watch for the month of February? It seemed like every single day we had a newer IPO stock on watch, and sometimes those stocks would rip big, right? So I definitely want to keep MGLD on watch. This is day number 2. We are going to be gapping up, and I'd like to see what we do today on MGLD. Are we going to open up and dump on off to 250 where we opened yesterday for the IPO? Or are we going to open and just start ripping? I do want to keep this one on watch. Again, there's no news. There's no credible reason as far as a catalyst for the stock to be moving. It's just a newer IPO stock, and we've seen this several times over the past month and a half, that sometimes these newer IPO stocks are the top stocks of the day. So we do have 250 support on MGLD. That's off the IPO open, or the IPO high, I'm sorry, at 250. And we do have some potential to like 430 right underneath these pre-market lows. So that's going to be some resistance right around 430. If we ever see the stock break back above 430, you would have $5 natural resistance. And then look at how much opportunity that we could get to the upside, back up to like $7 on MGLD. So I do want to keep the stock on watch. We dump on off the 250. We set up off support for a nice little reversal trade. We could take some, advantage of that opportunity. If we do see this level on off right around 250, we do have room to that 429. Or we simply hold on up, break and hold above 429, and we get a nice little setup for a $5 push, right? And there's still some opportunity there. And then anything over 5, we do have a lot of opportunity back up to $7, maybe even $8 to retest that pre-market high. So again, this stock could do absolutely nothing. It could just fade and fall today, but if it does indeed start ripping and start moving again, as traders like these newer IPO stocks, there's definitely some opportunity here on this stock. And again, we can see that the stock can rip big, dollars at a time. So I do want to keep MGLD on high watch today. And then last but not least, the number 4 stock that I want to be watching right out of the gate is going to be GFAI. All right, so GFAI actually has a pretty decent press release this morning. It's leading the board. Not really. EXN is leading the board. We'll talk about EXN here in a moment, but GFAI is number 2. It's up 64%. It's trading 13 million shares. On average, it trades less than 5. So we're trading just about 3 times the average volume today, and it's a low float stock. It's 14 million in float. Now, what's the catalyst? Why is this stock up 63%? Why is it trading 3 times the average volume? GFAI enters into an agreement to expand robotics as a service, RAAS, to China's Greater Bay Area. So we do have entering into an agreement with GFAI. That's the reason why the stock is up 63%. So definitely want to keep GFAI on high watch today. Looking to see if we can get a dollar break on GFAI. We have support back down at 80 cents. 80 cents is our 50 SMA. We see here we broke above the 50 SMA. We just came back down and retested the 50 SMA as support. Our next target is $1. $1 is going to be strong resistance on GFAI. But if GFAI does get a nice strong break over $1, looking at this daily chart, we do have some potential to 125 and then up towards around 140 on GFAI. All right, so again, right now, 80 cent support, top resistance, pre-market highs, anything over pre-market highs, $1, and $1 is going to be tough. Over $1, things get interesting. We have room to 125 and then 140. Again, we got some good news. Low float stock, high relative volume, currently up 63%. Should absolutely keep that stock on watch. Now we're going to go ahead and dive into the back burners, right? So again, we have 4 stocks that I really want to keep on watch out of the gate. That's going to be AGRI, prior day mover. ASTS, prior day mover, gapping up in pre-market. MGLD, newer IPO stock. Traders love these newer IPO stocks. This stock could indeed rip and run. And then GFAI, we have some pretty good news. Great gap up, good volume, low float stock. This stock does have some potential to the upside. So those are going to be the top 4 stocks that we watch out of the gate, right? Some back burners that do have opportunity and potential today. We do have HOTH. All right, so right now HOTH is actually gapping down a little bit, but the only reason I want to keep HOTH on watch is because we do have a press release this morning, right? So they received FDA orphan drug designation in regards to their cancer treatment. So anytime we see FDA drug designation, that's a hot keyword to look for in a press release. Anything in regards to cancer, that's a hot keyword to look for in a press release. Now, was this a positive press release? I think it was, right? Absolutely. They announced FDA orphan drug designation in regards to their cancer treatment. Those are a couple good keywords to look for in press releases. The only thing is HOTH is gapping down a little bit, all right? So I do want to keep HOTH on watch as a back burner just in case we see traders move in simply off that news, all right? So right now, support, and this is like some light support, right around like 63 cents, right? So if we can see HOTH hold above 63 cents and ideally re-break 67 cents, which is our 50 SMA, we have some potential to the upside, right? Back up towards around yesterday's close of 80 cents. It's actually 79 cents. And then maybe even back up towards around yesterday's spiking high of 94 cents. Again, It doesn't look the best in pre-market. There's not a lot of volume. The stock's gapping down, but simply off that press release is why I want to keep it on the back burner, like a back burner sleeper play. How many times have we seen a stock like HOTH have a pretty good press release? It just doesn't have volume. The stock opens up and it becomes the #1 gainer for the day. We see that a lot. So I don't want to discredit HOTH because, again, it has that good news. It could definitely be a low float sleeper play, and we could see HOTH go on a nice little move based on that news. So HOTH right now is going to be a back burner play. So is EXN. All right, so EXN is up 68%. It's trading just about 6 million shares, and on average, this stock trades 81,000 shares. So we have very high volume being traded here on EXN, gapping up very nice, 68%. It's a low float stock, 25 million in float. We know the stock could rip and run, but why is EXN moving? EXN, they filed Form 6K. So that was the press release here with EXN. Form 6K. Now, what's a Form 6K? It's an SEC reporting form under which SEC registered FPIs provide ongoing disclosure about corporate news. Once an FPI has listed its securities in the United States, the FPI becomes subject to reporting obligations under the Section 13 of the U.S. Securities Exchange Act, 1934. Big deal. So again, it's a reporting form under which the SEC registered FPIs provide ongoing disclosures about corporate news. So they just filed a Form 6K. And every now and then we see these stocks that file these forms, 6K, 8K, DEF 14A, whatever the form is. Every now and then we see these stocks get some nice big action to the upside. So I do want to keep EXN on watch, but as a back burner, because again, I think we have better opportunity. HOTH has a much better press release. GFAI, much better press release. We have three other stocks, prior day mover stocks, that do have some better opportunity, in my opinion, than EXN. But I do want to keep EXN on watch, right? This is going to be a back burner stock that we watch. And we are seeing a little bit of sector sympathy, right? So EXN is moving off the filing, but we're also seeing TRX and PZG move as well. Now, again, these are just some sector sympathy plays, right? So EXN, the industry is basic materials. TRX, basic materials, right? PZG, basic material sector, and the industry is gold. So again, we're seeing some sector sympathy with those two other stocks in regards to EXN. So EXN is going to be a back burner play that has the filing news, but we do have some sector sympathy as well. So if we do see EXN just rip and run today, and this is the #1 stock, we could absolutely see TRX rip and run and PZG rip and run as well. But those three stocks at this point in time are back burners. If they do start ripping and running, and that's where traders go, that's where our focus will shift to. But right now we have 4 to 5 other stocks that have much better opportunity out of the gate. Another back burner stock is going to be VEON. They conclude their repayment of VTB bank loan. So they concluded their repayment of a loan. Yeah, I don't get really excited. That's not really hot news, right? So VEON, just keeping it on watch because it is gapping up. We do have some volume. There is a press release. This could be a stock that rips today, right? I'm not saying it's going to. I'm saying it could. So that's why I'm putting it on the back burner, just so I can look back at it every now and then. And if it does indeed start ripping and it is setting up for a trade, let's get prepared on it and let's take advantage of it. But right now, it's definitely not a top stock that I think we should be watching right out of the gate. And then last but not least, we have PSO. PSO, Apollo confirms that it's evaluating a possible cash offer on PSO. So Apollo, they're confirming that they're evaluating a possible, right, not definitive, possible cash offer on PSO. So if it comes out and they say, you know what, we're not going to present a cash offer to PSO, PSO is going to dump on off. If they come out and say, hey, it's a definitive cash offer, here are the details, we could see PSO rip and run. So I'm not too crazy about PSO. Barely trading any volume. It's very choppy. The only reason it's gapping up is because there's a possible cash offer and it's not definitive, which doesn't really get me too excited. So it's another back burner stock that could see some action today, but it's definitely not a top stock to be watching out of the gate, in my opinion, right? We have better opportunity, right? I think AGRI has much better opportunity. ASTS, obviously, much better opportunity. We know traders love these newer IPO stocks. MGLD could be a great trade. GFAI, really good news, huge gap up, amazing volume. This stock has better opportunity. And even HOTH, right? I know it's the back burner play, number one, back burner sleeper play, but this one even has better opportunity because the news is really, really good. So again, it's all about eliminating the noise. There's a lot of stocks gapping up, 20%, 40%, 60 and 70%. There's a lot of stocks that have news as well, right? From a new trader perspective, it's like, man, what stock has the best opportunity? What stock should I be watching? I shouldn't be watching 10 to 15, but how do I eliminate the noise? We just eliminated that noise, right? Looking at the charts, looking at the volume, why the stock's moving, the gap up, the flow, really just trying to separate top stocks to watch from back burner stocks. Now, they all have opportunity, but there's stocks that show better opportunity than others, right? So we've eliminated a lot of the noise. We have a nice little back burner watch list, stocks that could move today. And then we have our top stocks to watch out of the gate that look the best to be moving right at 9:30 for some quick action, for some quick profits right out of the gate. Okay, so SNTG from Chris on a mid candle breakout. Let's look at SNGT or TG, SNTG. Absolutely looking like a really nice mid candle breakout. Good call out there, Chris. So what we want to start seeing here, this stock's actually already breaking over yesterday's highs. So what I would expect to see maybe is a little bit of a washout at the open. It may not. I don't know. I would like to see a washout back down to that 138 resistance, right? That was Tuesday spiking high, broke clean above it on Wednesday. We had our gap down on Thursday, and our spiking high yesterday was right around Tuesday's high as well. So this is a beautiful mid-candle breakout, and the best of the best mid-candles are the ones that gap down on day 3 and then they explode. But every now and then we will see these stocks open slightly higher than the second day, come back down and retest that second day high, and then get its rip and run. So supports at 138 on SNTG, and we do have potential back up towards around 162. And then Wednesday's high at 170. Then we're just going to be looking at some of these post-market and pre-market levels, right? If we do break above 162, we do break above 170. Just look at some of these pre-market levels from Thursday. You know, we could see that like 180. Look at some of these levels from Wednesday night, maybe up towards around like 195 to $2. So we do have some decent opportunity on SNTG. Let's go ahead and add that to the back burner watch list. SNTG. And that's going to be just like HOTH. This is going to be one that I check as a top back burner stock. So HOTH is one of my top back burner stocks to be a potential sleeper play. SNTG, same thing. It's one of my top back burner stocks to possibly be a sleeper play off that mid candle breakout. So right now we're going to add SNTG to the watch list for the possible mid candle breakout. 138 support, 162 and 170 top resistance on SNTG. Good job, Chris. Good eye. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. We love mid candle breakouts, don't we? We absolutely love them. All right, guys. SPY and Qs, I'm like 50-50. Not really digging the last couple of days of price action. I mean, I loved this Monday and Tuesday for the short, but Wednesday and Thursday, not really able to gauge too much looking at the daily chart. But the one thing that we see here on the SPY is, where did we just hit resistance? We just hit resistance once again at our 20 EMA and the downtrend. So we came right up to our 20 EMA, 433, and our downtrend right around 432. Where did we hit resistance? Boom, 20 EMA, downtrend. Could we see the SPY hold strong today and just chop around this downtrend? We could. Or we could see it pop on up at the open, hit that level of resistance, and then dump on off. I'd love to see it dump on off. We're at resistance. I'd like to see resistance really hold the SPY down. I'd like to see a nice little red day so we can grab some puts on these daily expirations that would pay big time. Definitely watching the SPY today, guys, around that 431 to 432 resistance. If we do see it get rejected and we can't break above, we could see it dump on off, or we could see it just really sit sideways and not really do too much. Or it breaks the downtrend. It breaks back above the 20 EMA. That brings in a lot of volume. That brings in some hype to the long side, and we could see a nice little green day to 440. Anything could happen. But right now we see a lot of bearishness with the SPY. The trend is down. We're right at resistance. We want to trade with the trend. The trend is our friend. So right now I have a very good shorts set up in front of me, right? A very good short plan. If we see that short set up and we have the opportunity, we can execute to the short side and make some great profits. I'm leaning 80% short, but I still have to have my backup plan. And that backup plan is if the short doesn't work out and we do break resistance and move higher, I want to be able to capitalize on it to the long side as well. So I'm not biased, but I'm definitely leaning more towards the short side, but I do have a backup long plan just in case we do indeed see that break over resistance and we do have a nice little rip to 440. Anything could happen. Get prepared on both sides, okay? You guys know that I was shorting oil this morning. So I was shorting oil this morning at like 107.25. It did dump on off about 225 to the downside. I was actually trading SCO, the inverse ETF, against oil. Again, I'm not feeling good. I had to step out of the office and run to the restroom. The smart thing to do is if you have an open position and you can't put a stop loss in, you go ahead and get out of that position regardless of where it's at if you have to walk away from your computer. If I would have kept the position open and walked away, it would have been profitable. But I also was exposing myself to a lot of risk because what if this would have shot on up and then SCO would have dumped on off and I came back and I'm down $1,000, I'm down $2,000. I'm not going to put myself in that position. It's too risky. So I closed out my position on SCO. I lost $6. I lost $6. Pretty much a break-even trade just to come back 5 minutes later to see that it could have been a $1,000 trade. And that's what I was looking for on SCO, was about a 20-cent pop. And I had about 5,000 shares of SCO in pre-market. So it's unfortunate. That was my one and done trade. There were some variables. I had to run to the restroom, but I did the right thing and I closed out because that could have easily been a $1,000 loss if it would have shot up when I was away. I couldn't manage that trade walking away from my desk, right? So again, that was my trade on CL. I did short this morning. I was long on SCO off the oil short, and it would have paid great, right? It would have been a nice little trade there. But right now, oil's pretty much sitting sideways. I know you guys are probably going to ask about INPP, INDO, CEI, MARPS, a lot of these small cap oil stocks. And like I said the last couple of days, guys, is the only reason these small cap oil stocks start moving again is if oil starts moving again, right? And oil's got to move aggressively. So if we see a nice bounce reversal today on CL and we start to see that grind back on up, then yeah, our focus is going to shift to these small cap oil stocks, right? But if we do indeed continue to see oil downtrending down into the low 100s, then these small cap oil stocks are not really going to do too much. I do see potential to reverse today on oil, right? Nice 3-day pullback, decreasing volume into a level of support right around 103.60, which we tagged Wednesday, and we came pretty darn close to that today, right around 104. So we were about $1 away from hitting that level of support to the penny. But what I do notice is that big leg up, that big parabolic move up into the 130s. And I do see a nice healthy pullback, right? Been pulling back over the last 3 days into a level of support on decreased volume. That tells me that sellers are, depleting, right? They're working themselves out of the stock. And we could see buyers start to step back in, and we could see that nice transition as buyers regain control to start pushing oil back to the upside. So really what we're looking at is oil to stay above 103.60, get that rebreak of 110, see some buying volume step back up to the table. We definitely look like we could still see some more room to the upside. But if oil does not get that reversal here off that 103.60, we still have room back down to like $92 on oil. So I am still watching oil, because we can literally go long or short on oil. We can trade USO, calls and puts. We can trade SCO, equities, and you can short that inverse ETF as well. So there is going to be some opportunity with oil, right? And oil ETFs and inverse ETFs. And then if we do indeed see oil reverse and start grinding back on up, that's going to really help those small cap oil stocks get some action as well. So we are still watching oil to kind of get an idea if these, small cap oil stocks can start moving again too. All right, so just be mindful of /CL, that's crude oil futures. And if we do indeed start to see that buying volume step back up and we start to see oil ripping again, our attention's going to those small cap oil stocks, because those stocks are going to be the ones that start ripping again, guys. All right, so get prepared. Best case scenario, worst case scenario, we have an opportunity with fresh stocks with fresh news. We have some great opportunity with newer IPO stocks and prior day movers. We're absolutely looking at the SPY and the Qs today, and we are going to be referencing oil to see if we do get that hype to move back in to these small cap oil stocks. All right, guys, the market is now open. We are live. Let's have some fun. Let's make some profits, and let's end the week on a strong note. All right, guys, so out of the gate, I would say ASTS is going to be one of the top stocks we're watching. We do have support back down at 980, top resistance upwards of 11, over 11 bucks. It has room to 1147. MGLD was the newer IPO stock that we are going to be watching. GFAI as well. Looks like one of my tickers got removed. Was it AGRI that we were watching? Oh, it's up there. Okay, so AGRI, we were watching that. One sec, guys. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Daughter walks in. I got to give her some love before she goes to the daycare. All right, so AGRI right now, again, nice little pop up to 320. That is that level of resistance. If we can break above 320, your next target's going to be 375 to the upside. So right now, right up to 320, a little bit of a rejection. Supports back down at 280 on AGRI. ASTS supports back down at 980. MGLD right now is the one stock that's trying to get a little bit of a pop. Again, over that 430 level on MGLD, that's where I expect to see some volume really start to move back in up to $5. But again, not one of these stocks have really set up for an entry yet. GFAI is the one stock that's getting that nice little pre-market high break up towards around $1. Do not try and buy the first attempt over $1, right? We get that attempt over $1. Every now and then it breaks out and rips. But most of the time we get that dollar attempt and then we get that initial rejection off, a lot of profit taking. So I wouldn't be really looking to buy the first breakout attempt over $1 on GFAI until it breaks and stays above. Because if it doesn't break it gets rejected, it'll fade all the way back down, probably like 80 cents. HOTH, nothing. SNTG with the mid-candle breakout. Again, the best of the best entry would have been down at 140 support. This thing opened at 150 and had a nice little pop. So, I mean, there is potential there, but right now, not really doing too much. I'm just going to focus on GFAI for right now, guys. GFAI, let's just go ahead and put some of our focus here on this one stock. Right now, it's trying to break $1. We have some good volume. This is where a lot of the focus is right now in the market. So this is where our focus is going to be as well. So if we go look at GFAI, where's the halt level on the stock? Halt level to the upside right now is, it's moving too much. Where's the LULD? 114 is the halt level to the upside on GFAI. Again, guys, I don't have any positions right now on the table. The only one I had this morning was SCO off of the short for oil futures. Right now, we have a nice break above $1. I'd like to see the price come back down and just visit $1. Just come down and retest $1. Not spend too much time at $1, but come down, tag it, and see buyers move back in, and we could see a $1 retest for the next leg up, and we still have a lot of room up towards around 125 on GFAI. So right now GFAI is the #1 stock that we should all be watching. Again, we just wanted to come back down and revisit $1 briefly, see buyers step back in, and then see that continuation higher. So let's see if we can get that $1 retest for maybe a nice little retest of $1 for that next leg up to 108, right? That's a profit level high a day, 108, that's 8%. If we caught the $1 bounce back up to 108, that's 8%. Not a bad little return. And then we do have that potential to 125. Right now on the breakout scanner, the one stock that's hitting is GFAI. And we have GFAI, the one stock that's hitting the high of the day momentum scanner as well. So this is where all the focus is. We need to see that $1 retest, guys. Don't forget about ASTS either. ASTS, do not forget about ASTS, guys. 980 dip buys, not a bad little dip buy level, right around 980. If this thing continues to get, just crushed to the downside on ASTS, and we hit that 980 level very quick and fast, that would be a fantastic dip buy opportunity off 980, guys. But it's got to come down to 980 very quick, very hard, very fast. I have an order typed up, ready to go. If we do indeed see this next candle just drop to that 980 level, I am looking for a dip buy on ASTS right at 980. But again, it's got to be quick, fast, and volatile, right? It's got to dump 20 cents like 5 seconds. I mean, it's got to be that quick and that fast for the 980 dip buy. Like 975 to 980 would be a good dip buy level. Again, we got to see this drop on off about 30 cents just right to the downside. So you may have your $1 retest coming on up on GFAI. So again, a nice healthy pullback, right? What's a healthy pullback? A pullback on decreased volume. So a nice healthy decreasing volume pullback into $1. Watch the stock level on off above $1 for a nice little U-shaped reversal back up to 113 high a day. I'm watching ASTS for the 980 dip buy opportunity, guys. Again, if I get long, you'll see I'm long. I'm looking for a 975 to 980 dip buy opportunity on ASTS. Probably grab about 10 to 20 cents out of it. Where we come down to 102, 102. This thing is just ripping, guys. I mean, this thing is just quick and fast. I mean, we came down and spent literally a second. One whole second. They're at 102. And right now, looking like we're going to get halted here on GFAI. Again, right now, the one stock that I think could be a nice little opportunity for a quick scalp is going to be ASTS for the dip buy opportunity, guys. So that's where I'm watching right now. It's going to be ASTS. Nah, it's not quick enough. It's not volatile enough, right? We just cracked 10. I was expecting to see that quick little 20-cent dump down the 980. We're back above 10. So I'm probably not going to be getting that dip buy on ASTS, which is fine. You can't nail them all. MGLD over 430, right to $5. All right, volume moving in over that 430 level, and right when it broke 430, volume started pouring on in to MGLD. There's a lot of stocks moving. You know, definitely traders are scattered. Volume's just a little scattered right now, right? You have a lot of traders over on MGLD. You have a lot of traders on GFAI. You do have SNTG off that mid candle popping on up a little bit. And that's really it. So it's SNTG, mid candle breakout. That one was a tough one to grab. That was a tough one. That's an out of the gate, you know, an out of the gate trade. And look at that big drop off there. So again, that's a tough one on SNTG. That's not a clean, perfect mid candle. That's a tough one to grab. So right now it's GFAI number 1. MGLD is our number 2. So want to see a nice, healthy, decreasing volume pullback. See where it levels on off at. We do have potential back up to 5. I do like MGLD because this stock is ripping, you know, $1 at a time. And I like these stocks that can rip 50 cents to $1 in minutes. Quick trades, quick in and outs. MGLD, I like it. GFAI has a lot of great opportunity as well, guys. But I would probably pick MGLD for the simple fact that I could take, you know, 1,000 shares, catch a quick 50-cent pop, $500. You know, in order to make $500 on GFAI, I'd have to probably take, you know, what? 5,000 shares, get a quick little 10-cent pop. So the way I look at it is I'm going to save money on commissions and fees, looking to trade a good opportunity on MGLD versus GFAI, but I'm still going to be watching GFAI. Jared says you caught the $1 bounce on GFAI. Thanks. Dude, awesome stuff, Jared. Awesome stuff. Like I said, we wanted to come down to $1 and not spend too long. And we came down and we didn't spend that long at all. We came down for like a second and then an immediate rip on up. So good job for those of you that got in on GFAI. You guys are now in a halt. GFAI, guys. We got bids at 150 right now. We'll be live at 9:44 on the penny, on the dot. Right, so 9:44 you will be live, and right now, guys, I'm seeing a massive gap up. So what's your game plan right now? For those of you that are in GFAI, if you are in GFAI off the $1 retest and you're up 20% and you see a bid at $2, that's indicating that this stock could gap up to $2 freaking dollars. What's your game plan? Right when the stock goes live, your game plan should be to lock in some profits, whether that's a third of your position, a fourth, half, all of it, I don't care. But if we get this big gap up, you need to lock in some profits, guys. You don't want to see this drop back below 120. We'll be live in about 20 seconds. Right now I have a bid holding strong at 2. The bid below that's at 130. So even if that bid below that at 130 holds, we will see at least a 130 open. Right now, I got a $2 bid though. This thing may open up at $2 freaking bucks, guys. Let's see. You got about 5 seconds to go. The $2 bid is still there. Let's see. Is it going to open at 2? Nope. Didn't get filled. 122. Lock in a little bit of profit. You got to lock in some profits. Always a good idea to get paid, guys. The stock has a lot of momentum to the upside. If we re-break the halt level, I'm going to go long for the opposite halt strategy, right? I got one halt strategy. That's like my A+. The other halt strategy is when we do open, we drop, but then we push back up and re-break the halt level. That's a riskier halt strategy, but it is a halt strategy that pays. This is why you got to put yourself in a position to lock up profits, right? If you didn't lock in profits right there at 122, 121, you just gave back half your gains, right? You just gave back half your profits by not locking in profits. Always put yourself in a position to get paid. So the typical halt will last 5 minutes. Sometimes you will see halts that last 10 minutes. Locked it up, a quick 500 bucks. Hey, Jared coming in with that quick 10%er. Maybe 10%er. I don't know. Maybe it was a 20%er, but that's what I'm talking about, dude. Good job on that. Again, with me not feeling the best, I'm really holding back on my trading. I want to make sure they're the best of the best setups. I'm not really focused in that focused mindset to be like scalping. So again, I'm really just taking a step back, and I'm really just focused on commentating and really breaking down these trades so you guys can jump on in. So that's my goal right now, is just make sure that we're very thorough with the commentary to where you can take advantage of these opportunities. $5 retest on MGLD, right? You just broke $5 right up to 560. You want to see the same thing that you saw on GFAI. You got a strong volume break over a key level of resistance, right? GFAI was a strong break over $1. Same thing with MGLD, strong break with volume over 5. Nice little 10% rip. You want to see this come back down and just revisit $5. Just revisit $5. Not spend too much time. Come down to revisit and see that immediate continuation higher. So go ahead and build your plan, right? Where would you want to lock in some profits? 550 to 560, right? So if you do get that $5 bounce play and you get your 550, 560, you're going to make 50 cents a share. So what's your max risk? 25 cents a share. So that means you have 25 cents of breathing room, right, to give MGLD. So if you do indeed get that $5 retest for the bounce play back on up, you can get away with 25 cents of risk, which is plenty. Because if this were to close back below 5 and drop, you have enough breathing room to take a 25-cent loss or less if we get that $5 retest for the entry. But right now, it's not giving us that $5 retest, so we have to still sit back and be patient. Nice, Jared. Locked up a quick 500 bucks on GFAI. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, good job. Steve, quick 100 bucks before the halt on GFAI. That's what I'm talking about. We already got some profits inside the chat today. Keep up the awesome work, guys. Way to make it happen. Hey, Alan Cooper. We got 307 on GFAI. Going to work now. Hey, man, this is your job. $300 a day keeps the real job away. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, boss. You guys are on fire right now. So again, top two stocks, MGLD. We would really like to see a nice little $5 retest. But we know the stock has room to 723 next. And this thing is just squeezing to the upside. It's leaving me behind. Leaving me behind. All right, guys, we're jumping off YouTube. Again, we had our free stream on Tuesday. We had some fun, and a lot of traders in the YouTube stream on Tuesday crushed it. As you guys can see, we already got some big-time profits over here inside the chat. We got Alan locking up 307, Jared, 500 bucks, Steve, Jared catching that $1 bounce play. Everybody inside the chat's crushing it already out of the gate. We're not even 18 minutes into the day. We got 300 bucks. We got 500 bucks. We got Andy Jester with $1,000 on GFAI. We got Steve with a quick 100 bucks on GFAI. What a day, what a morning. Good job and good work, traders. YouTubers, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you guys were able to lock in some profits there, maybe on MGLD for that 430 break up to 5. And then definitely was the GFAI retest of $1. You guys just absolutely crushed it over on GFAI, guys. So good job and good work. Hopefully you guys got some quick wins on YouTube, locking in some nice profits early on Friday. And enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you guys back here Monday morning here on YouTube right at 9 a.m. We have 2 seats still open, guys. I think it's 2 seats, 1 or 2 seats still open. So if you guys were on the fence waiting, there are still a couple slots open. Use the same discount code that I gave you guys on Tuesday. Same exact link. If you go to the page and it says registration's closed, you know that the 2 slots have been filled. But if you go to the registration page and it's open, we still have those 2 slots. Definitely get it secured if you guys want. All right. Have a good weekend. Trade smart. trade safe, make sure you're doing the right things in the market, taking only the best of the best setups, locking in those quick profits, making it happen like members in chat this morning are making it happen. So good job, keep it up, happy safe trading. I'll see you guys back here on YouTube 9 a.m. this Money Monday. Take care, guys. It's okay, Corey. I missed every single penny on every single trade as well. Like I said, I'm not focused. I'm not in the zone. I don't feel confident because I'm not focused. So I'm just going to alert stuff and just call stuff out. But my reaction time is a little delayed like it was early this week. I just feel like my reaction time's a little delayed. So I'm going to really just sit back. Again, what did I say this morning? Our main goal is capital preservation, right? If you don't feel like trading, don't trade. Hold your profits. I'm up 2,500 bucks for the week. I'm not going to give anything back if I'm not focused. But if I see an opportunity, I'm going to take it, right? And I want to keep adding to those profits. But again, if I don't see like just an exceptional setup, I'm just not going to take it. So I'm really going to sit back, hold on to my profits, make sure I don't give anything back. And we have Money Monday. Nice, Tyrone. With a nice 150 on GFAI. Guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen in chat, do me a huge favor. Post those profits up in profits chat. So go to profits chat, go ahead and grab yourself a screenshot, go ahead and post those profits up. I love seeing profits in profits chat. All day, every day, absolutely fires me up. It's motivation and it's inspiration to other traders that if you can come in and lock in consistent profits day in, day out, they can too. And we see the same members every single day locking in profits. That's showing consistency, right? And if they can be consistent, so can you. I love the inspiration. I love the motivation. Keep up the awesome work, guys, and keep throwing those profits inside of profits chat. Good job. 150 on GFAI. That's what I'm talking about. Got $1,000 on GFAI. Killing it. I mean, what a great morning, guys. Good job. So I still don't see a reason for me to get involved with GFAI right now. I'm still just kind of sitting back, seeing how we set on up. Let's go look at some of these other stocks. AGRI. This could be a great mid-candle breakout for Monday, right? If AGRI holds this level and we don't just dump on off and we stay relatively in the middle of the first green day, kind of where we're at now, and this is how we see the stock close into the day. Definitely watch AGRI for a mid-candle breakout on Monday. ASTS, nothing here yet. MGLD is very overextended. GFAI, the trade was at $1, so there's nothing here. EXN, not digging it. TRX, not digging it. PZG, not digging it. VEON, nothing. PSO, nothing. We got 4 stocks on watch. GFAI, MGLD, maybe ASTS, maybe if it reverses, but if not, it's coming off. And then AGRI, I don't think it's really going to do too much today. I would really be leaning towards a mid-candle breakout on Monday. Got a really ugly head and shoulders on USL. So we'll have to see what oil does. Oil's right at support. Like, I mean, sitting right at support. So I want to see if that support level holds on up. And if it does, we do have some good opportunity on oil today. We could look to trade options on USL. So there's some good opportunity there. And if we do see that reversal and that strong move back up, then we're definitely going to be taking our attention back over to some of the small cap oil stocks like INDL, IMPP, right? ENSV, CEI maybe. And CEI, I was shorting this stock. Tuesday, I was shorting this stock. So let's see what CEI looks like. It's up 200%. So I may lock in my 200% profit on CEI. So not too shabby. Nice. We got even more profits in profits chat. That's what I'm talking about. Woo-wee. My goodness. My goodness. Coming in, locking in those big time profits. What is that? $10,000 in profit? What? $9,000 in profit? MGLD? What? Those some big time profits. Those some big time profits. That's what I'm talking about. We like those days. So again, top two, MGLD, GFAI. I'm looking for MGLD just to give us a decent little pullback. Maybe a dip buy. Remember the hiccups, right? We call these candles, these red candles, I call them hiccups. So when you have a strong uptrend, so you have this really nice breakout, right? You see a very nice breakout here. You get a stall, right? This candle stalled. I call them a hiccup candle, right? It's a little hiccup. It stalled. We ripped on up, we stalled, we continued higher. These stall candles, right? These hiccup candles act as very strong levels of support. So if we do see MGLD roll on over and just start getting hit to the downside and it's dumping, I'd be looking for a dip buy right around that hiccup candle, right? Right around that hiccup candle. Maybe we see a reversal take place right around that hiccup candle as well. So again, I call them hiccups. But they are just stalls, right? It's, you know, a red candle, that candle that stalled in the middle of an uptrend. And that's a good candle to look for dip buys off of. Not bad for a Friday chat. Get the loods. Get the loods. That's funny. Get those profits. Yeah, those profits are crazy, man. Jared, we got 509 on GFAI. We got Harvey, 108. MGLD, we got $9,285. What? That is crazy. Good job on that. We got Steve inside of chat, locking in some great profits as well. We got Corey yesterday, Addy yesterday, Kits King, Crypto Cole, Owen, myself, Tim. First Jay joined the team, great profits, 1 month in, up $500, 50% on his account in just the first month. Owen locking in great profits, Crypto Cole, Kits King, Addy, first week inside of chat, locking in $185. You guys are crushing it. Guys are crushing it. Good job and good work, team. Keep up the amazing work. Keep locking in those big old profits. Profit chat's on fire. Let's get my profits in there, guys. Let's get some of my big old profits in profits chat. MGLD dip buy level. I'm going to say it's going to be back down around this hiccup level. So, I mean, it could be as low as 530, as high as 560. So between 530 and 560 would be the best dip buy level here on MGLD. So I'm going to put it right in the middle at like 545-ish, 545, 547. If we do see this just dump on off, that would be a great dip buy level right around like 547-ish, because that's right in the middle. So on MGLD, it actually hasn't been halted yet, right? So this was not a halt, right? So that wasn't a halt. That's just a stall in the middle of an uptrend. So that's just a hiccup candle, right? So we actually see a halt on GFAI. That's a halt right there. Right? MGLD hasn't been halted yet to the upside. I'm surprised it hasn't been, because that was a pretty explosive move there. But again, was that after the first 15 minutes? It was. After the first 15 minutes, those halt bands open up to 10%. But again, we had a pretty decent rip, but it's 10% off the average, right? It's 10% off the average. So the average could have been $2. I don't know. But anyway, we haven't been halted yet on MGLD. Again, I got to sit back and wait for my trades. I mean, I want to grab this momentum trade all day, but like I said, my reaction time's a little off. Not feeling the best, so I want to make sure that I'm just, all right, I see a good setup, I see a dip buy, I'm going to wait for the dip buy. If I don't get it, I don't get it. I'm not jumping into a trade to turn it into a loss. I'm holding on to my profits for the week. I'm happy with it. So with that being said, if we don't get that big dump in that dip buy opportunity, you probably won't see me taking a trade on MGLD right here. GFAI is just getting a little too choppy up here. Let's see what kind of setup we get. I want a setup, whether that's a boom, boom, bang, whether that's a dip buy, whether that's a reversal. I mean, I want something. Or I want some kind of strategy. I'm not really going to trade the momentum on MGLD, right? This is all momentum. Pulling back to the 9 EMA, quick little bounce. This is all momentum, but I want a better setup besides just momentum, right? I don't want to just take this trade off momentum only. I'd really like to have a good strategy. So that could be a nice boom, boom, bang that sets up. Maybe it's a bull flag. Maybe we're setting it for a flag. Maybe we dump on off and get the dip buy back down at like 547-ish. But again, I need some kind of strategy to get involved here.